Hello, YouTube land. We're going to take a look today at some coins that I have recently picked up from the local flea market and my favorite coin store here in Nashville. We're going to start with this coin right here. It is, of course, that's Queen Elizabeth II, and it says around the edge, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, TDC. This is a coin from Tristan De Cunha. And if you've never heard of Tristan De Cunha, it is a very remote island that is part of the British Empire. And about 250 people live there. I hear that you can only get there by boat, and it's maybe the closest place on land is going to be South Africa. And since only 250 people live there, the reason they make coins like this is pretty much to sell them to tourists, I guess, and may not even be people who visit the island as much as it just they make money selling coins like this to other people. So the only reason you can tell it's from Tristan De Cunha is it says TDC here on the side. But as we flip it over, you'll see why a lot of people would want to buy a coin like this. It is going to be the William and Catherine, the wedding day, 1 crown. And so this proof coin here is a lot of British people are going to be interested in a coin like that. I don't myself particularly care about the royal family all that much, but I know a lot of people that do, and so find that interesting. Next thing I picked up is a U.S. commemorative half dollar. This is the George W. Carver and the Booker T. Washington commemorative half dollar that the United States minted, and this year was says 1951 on the date. They minted this for about 4 or 5 years, and I got it for a pretty good price. And usually on a coin like this, in a coin store, you're not going to find it at that good of a price. However, they had about 20 of them, all the same price. I picked the one that I thought looked the best, and then went on eBay, and it was cheaper than anyone on eBay is selling it for. So kind of happy about that pickup, and it is made out of silver. Next up, we have a proof coin from Russia, dated 1992, and this is still has a good ultra cameo on it. So 5 rubles from the Bank of Russia, 1992. And I'm not even going to try and read that, but apparently it commemorates Kazakhstan. Next one that we have in a flip here, we have Queen Elizabeth II, 1952 to 77. So this honors 25 years of wearing the crown. This is going to be from another small British area called the Bailiwick of Jersey, 25 pence. And then one U.S. coin, and yes, it has a hole in it, but usually coins that are in this good condition, if it didn't have the hole in it, this would probably go for $30 or $40. And so I always go through the dealers' coal coins, the ones that are in poor shape, and take a look around to see what I can get. This cost me $2.75, and if we flip it over, it is 1956. The U.S. only made this design for about 3 years, starting in 56 through 59, so I guess that's 4 years. And then in 1960, they replaced the stars that go around seated Liberty here with the United States of America. So they took it off of this side, and then they put it onto this side. So everything else I'm going to show you from that coin store pickup were all from his 4 for $1 bin. And this was probably my favorite. It's 100 yen, so it's from Japan. I believe this is the Osaka Expo 1970, so it's got, well, I guess that's the logo. It's year 45, so they always make it year of the Emperor's reign. This side is also neat. I guess that's, well, in Japan I would think it would be Mount Fuji, but that kind of looks like a volcano, doesn't it, with the lava going down the side. So not quite sure what's going on with this one, but that they only made this for 1 year, and it's 100 yen, so just in exchange value, it's almost worth $1. So that's always something worth picking up in the quarter bin. Next up, we have 10 kroner from Denmark. So it has Margrethe the Queen on that one. And while we're looking at Denmark, something a lot older, we have 2 ore, and it has these little logo, this little circly logo on the side that almost reminds me of something you'd see on Price is Right. But this one's dated in 1914, back when the monarch was, I think it was Christian the 10th on that one. Next up, we have Greece, 10 drachma. And according to my coin price guide, this one is more common than I thought it was, but I didn't have it, and they only made it for 1 year, and it only has a book value of about $0.25, but certainly a nice coin that I did not have. Next, we're going to switch over to Brazil, and we're going to take a look at a 50 centavos, and the people of Brazil had, I guess, made the decision to make their coins kind of make it similar to the euro. So they're going to have the same denominations. Now, they're not made out of the same metal, so they're not the same color, but otherwise they make a 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 1, and 2. And on the back here, we have Brazil. And I'm not sure the name of the person that's on there, but there's also something written around the edge here. Have it upside down. Or maybe I had it right the first time. It looks like the word progress, Brazil. And can't read that. So, yeah, they started these about the same time the euro came out. So we're talking about 2002. Next up, the same series. Here is their 1 real. So that is to remind you of 1 euro. I don't know if these keep the same value as the euro, but they certainly wanted to copy the design, have people think of the euro with these. Next up, while we're looking at bimetallic coins, I already had one of these, but this one is in nice shape. We have a Mexico 10 peso, and this one I believe is dated 1998. Now, when they redid the peso in the 90s, for the first 3 years, this bimetallic coin was silver in the center, and it had about 0.15 ounces of silver in it. And then I guess they just figured that was too expensive to keep making them this way, so they stopped making it out of silver, and it's back to copper nickel on the inside. But this one is in great shape. It has that I don't know which if that's an Aztec or which who it is, but it's got the famous face of the tongue sticking out in the very, very center of that. So maybe that is Mayan or something like that. I should know, but I don't. Next up, we're going to go with Ireland. This is an Irish penny. And so that is in old letters, I guess the equivalent of a penny, written across the bottom of it. And it's the old penny, shilling, pound type currency type that they had in Britain that they followed there in Ireland for a while. So we've got, I guess, some kind of rooster on this side. On the back of all Irish coins, you're going to have a harp. And again, they have it in their ancient Irish. Ire, E-I-R-E, so that's Iran. So that's dated in 1935. Pretty good shape for a coin that old. Next up, a coin that is, I didn't have it, but it was a coin that's covered in something, but this is from Jamaica. And I personally wouldn't mind if I clean this coin for my collection as long as I don't scratch it, but it's got three trees there on a 20-cent coin. Next up, we have a nice coin from Russia, and with all of the Russian coins, I just now noticed something kind of neat on there. If you look in the middle of the zero, depending on which angle you hold it, it's at one angle it has, I think, looks like 3 different Cyrillic characters, and then if you change the angle, it has the symbol for ruble, and I hadn't even noticed that until I started doing this video. But So the 10 Russia ruble coins that they've made for the past, I don't know, 15 years, they have so many themes to them. And this particular theme is, I have it upside down here. I don't remember what that theme is, but it has the date of 1773 in it, so it must be celebrating some, I don't know, castle or region of Russia. And so they have a lot of commemorative coins, and with it being 10 rubles, that has a good exchange value, but being a commemorative coin, that has a book value of a couple of dollars on it. While we're talking about Russia, here is from a small coin from a nearby country. This one is going to be Kazakhstan. And this is dated 2016. It's the smallest currency. I forget what they call it, something like a tenge or something like that. But next up, we have the only piece of paper money that I picked up this time. It is 100 rubles. Now, this was before they did a currency reset over there, where they made 1,000 old rubles the value of one new ruble. So this is worth about 10 kopecks over there today. But paper money, it's got the, where you kind of look through the window and you can kind of see there's like some building on this side, and has the number 100 kind of hidden on the left. Has that almost a metallic fiber going through it right here. And so whatever building this is, it's the same that we could kind of see through it from the other side. So that's the only paper money that I picked up on this most recent visit. Next, I've got from New Zealand, dated 2006, and it's round, but I like how they have these little indentations kind of going around it, and it's got some kind of, I suppose, local symbol. Not quite sure what that is. Probably some old god or something that people used to worship there. But this is the 20 pence coin that they mint today. They have since, this was made in 2006, and before that it was a larger coin. And about 5 years after they made this, I think they changed it to a different metal. So and so this coin has kind of changed several times, and then that's in addition to the Queen's portrait being updated every few years. Next up, we have a 5 kronor coin from Sweden. You would think a coin that had such a high value to it would have something more interesting than just 5 kronor, but that's what they decided to do in 1983. And the last coin I picked up, this is just horrible, horrible condition, but it is a 2-cent coin from the United States, which is, of course, a coin that did not last very long, and it's got a date really hard to see, of 1867. So it's just tough to find something like that. Now we're going to switch tracks and go. Got a coin stuck here. Let me pick that up. Okay. Next, we're going to go to coins that I picked up from the flea market. We're going to start with a nice silver coin here. This is from Mexico. This is 100 CN pesos from 1979. This is right here. It says 72% silver. So I don't know what that translates to. This is almost the size of a silver dollar, but not quite. So I think this had about half an ounce of silver. I don't remember exactly, but of course the standard back on coin reverse with the eagle catching a snake while standing on a cactus. But back to the front here, apparently there are some variations of this coin on how the ridges that were on the jacket of this coin, but that is a nice silver pickup. And while we're talking about silver coins, I did pick up a silver proof 1976 Bicentennial JFK half. This was only 40% silver and only in proof sets. There's the S mint mark there. And back for a couple of years when they had Independence Hall instead of the normal coin back that they had on this one. While I was there, I also picked up a couple of the most recent dollar American Innovation coins. We've got New Jersey. There's the new coin front if you haven't seen it yet, with the American Innovation logo right there under the In God We Trust. That's $1. And then we also have Georgia for the Trustees Garden. And then finally from Pennsylvania, we have the polio vaccine. While I was picking up old dollars, I had never picked up this one along the way of from their Native American series. So I don't know if this particular one has a name on it, but I just didn't have the one that they made this particular year, which the year must be stamped around the edge on here, and I can't read it at the moment. I also picked up a another silver half crown from 1923. This is about the size of a U.S. half dollar. I believe at the time this was only 50% silver, so I got this. It's pretty well worn, but George V. I did not have that coin. I thought that was a nice pickup for the price. Paid a little bit over spot, but I think I only paid $5 for that. All right, now everything else that I got from the flea market that I've got for the rest of this video are all going to be coins that were from a 5 for $1 bin. And I did get a couple of silver coins. I already had these, but anytime that you are lucky enough to find any silver in a 5 for $1 bin, I mean, that one is about the size of a dime or so. So that's got, you know, about $1.20's worth of silver in it. But this next one, even better. It's a full Swedish kronor, and so this one's more of about the size of a quarter. And so that one by itself is worth a couple of dollars on it, dated 1964. I found this ancient coin, or at least maybe medieval coin, very old. The one thing I can make out on it is it looks like the letter V on top of a line, or if I turn it upside down here, or turn it around, it's either the number pi or a table or something, but that's just so well worn. I can see why no one else picked it up before I did. I was hoping that maybe I could figure out something, but I could not. Next up, we have a coin dated 1790. It has a logo here of a large letter V with an O on this side and the letter C on that side. This is a, I believe, a Netherlands coin. This was called I think it's pronounced Duit. It's spelled D-U-I-T. Duit. I don't know how to pronounce that. So obviously it's very well worn, as you'd expect for a coin that is about 230 years old, but Netherlands had a large worldwide presence back then, and so these that's the third one of these that I believe that I have. Just going to other random coins that I picked up. I feel like I'd seen this one before, but thought it would almost look like a token, look like the kind of coin that you would see at a like a showbiz or something like that. But it was an actual coin, 50. I think this one is Algeria, dated 1980, or in the Arabic calendar, it's 1400. But with that look in the back, it looked like something that would be a pizza restaurant called Alibaba's Castle or something like that. But no, that's a legit coin. Here we have 5 shillings from the Republic of Kenya. That's dated 1995. And President Daniel Tororich Arap Moi. So another bimetallic coin. Next up we have from Turkey, we have 25 kurus from 1959. Saw this coin and I thought it was going to be from Bangladesh, and I know that I don't have hardly anything from Bangladesh, just a couple. It does have a date of 1971 and food for all, but when you turn it over, it's actually a coin from India. 20 pice, I guess. And thought I had something else from India on here, but I guess I'll find that later. Here's 20. South Africa, 1976, or Suid Africa. So 20 cents. Next up, 2 cents, also from South Africa. This one is dated 1999. Another Arabic coin. The 1 slash and a dot is worth 10. So I think this one is from Oman. The 2 swords in the background there. This next one I thought was interesting. We're from Portugal, worth 5 escudos. And it is a coin celebrating 1982 field hockey. Or so that it's not field hockey, but on, if you can tell, the athlete there is wearing roller skates. So holding a hockey stick and going after a round ball on there. So apparently that is a huge sport in Portugal, and I believe they were hosting an international competition that particular year, so they decided to put that on their coin. Next up, we have another coin from India. This one is dated 1964, but celebrates this gentleman who apparently lived from 1889 to 1964, and this is Nehru. And there are 2 different versions of this coin. This version has the script of India written around it, and there's another version of this coin which I also have with the name written in English. So this is a 50 paise coin from India. Here we have 25 stotinki from 1951. This is going to be from Bulgaria. It has uses I suppose that's Cyrillic, so it has an alphabet that's difficult to read, and you wouldn't know what it was unless you just happen to already have one of those. I did pick up a buffalo nickel from 1929, just because, hey, it's only cost me 20 cents. Here we have 10 centavos, and this is going to be from Peru. And what I thought was interesting about this coin was, instead of writing out the numbers, it's actually had spelled it out, the Spanish words of the year, un mil novecien veinte, and so mil would be 1,000, novecien would be 900, and veinte, I believe, is 20, I think. So that's a coin from 1920. This one I think was Saudi Arabia. Maybe that's 5 of whatever it is. Have a nice quality coin from the Philippines that I didn't have. This one's dated 1993. It's 1995. It's 10 centimo. We have La Unión es la Fuerza, 50 centavos, 1997. And this one is from Bolivia. 1 paisa, 1962. From the government of Pakistan. Dos centavos, quite a small coin. This one also from Peru, like the sun with the rays coming out of it, dated 1955. Dominican Republic, dated 1987. 10 centavos, and the name of this person is Duarte, written below. Now I'm going over to Hong Kong. Here is a $1 coin from 1991 with the Queen on it. Here we have George the Sixth, King and Emperor of India, and this is actually from Jamaica, dated 1940. It's a half penny. It's a very well-worn coin, but that one is particularly hard to find, I believe. Another Arabic coin. I should have written down where these were from. I'm thinking that's usually that eagle with the stars on it makes me think it's either Egypt or Syria. £5, 1990. And this one is from the bailiwick of Guernsey. So certainly a hard location to find coins. It's got the Guernsey logo of 3 lions stretched out on a shield over on the left. Another coin is a design that we saw earlier with the 2 swords in the background. So again, I think this is Oman. This would be 50 of whatever that denomination is. Next up, we have Romania with a date of December 22nd, 1989. Has a flag with some leaves in front of it. 10 lei, dated 1990. Have a coin from Zambia in pretty good shape, 1983. It is 1 ngui, and I guess that is an aardvark on the coin. A rather small coin from Honduras, dated 1957. It's un centavo de lempira. So their currency there is the lempira, and it's 1 cent. Another coin from Honduras. This is 20 centavos de lempira. This one's got a lot of its original luster. This one is also from Honduras, 1994. Back from Turkey, we have 5 kurus, dated 1975, and has a picture of a lady wearing interesting headdress there. Ali Planlamas C. Herkes Isen Yayasek. I'm sure I messed up that name quite badly, but now let's move on to see a coin like this. Looks like it's dated 2029. This is not a coin from the future. Instead, it's a coin from the country of Nepal, where they use a language similar to India, and it's got 2 of whatever their currency is. The last coin that we have for right now is a 1/2. It shows 2 birds on a tree limb. And again, this is from South Africa, but this time it has South Africa on the left and Sweet Africa on the right. This one's dated 1970, that 1 cent. I have to pick up some tokens this time, and I'll show them off. I thought these transportation tokens were interesting, so good for 1 fare. The Colorado Springs Transit Company with the etched S on it. Next we have an I over the letter R, and it's the Indiana Railroad Division of Wesson Company, good for 1 fare. Canton City Lines, Inc., good for 1 fare. So one thing that I like about these are the etched designs on them. Next token, also transportation, we have Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, also good for 1 fare. And the very last token, we have Sunoco's Landmarks of America. This one is 4 hours away from me here in the Nashville area. This is Stone Mountain. So these are the coins that I've picked up over the last couple of weeks or so. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you stuck it out for 30 minutes, I do appreciate that. If you want to see more coins like this, make sure that you double strike the like button and subscribe. And let me know if you want to see more foreign coin videos like this. I also have videos where I show scenes from around the Nashville area or slideshows. And I've also look at baseball cards, stamps, postcards, other things like that. So thank you for watching.